Yes people, what is going on? It's creamslice. I hope you guys are doing good. We have a massive stasis hunter build for you guys today. A lot of people actually requested it on the channel that we do the new DPS King build from before final shape and see the comparisons in final shape. And I've got to say guys, this stasis hunter build is still very dominant and very high when it comes to DPS phases. So I used my fellow friend Mike to take me into the grasp. He is an amazing Sherpa, by the way. Took me into the grasp and we tested the damage numbers with the new super and the combo with the edge transit with bait and switch and the malfeasance with the stasis hunter. These were the results. As you can see, easily over 1 mil DPS, and that was with me not doing the best damage phase. Obviously we have prismatic as well. You can use silence and squall. On that, there are different perks and different fragments that could probably buff this whole build, but I thought I would just stick to the basics from the previous build and let you guys explore it with prismatic. And also silence and squall has had a 40% damage increase plus the tick damage. So honestly guys, it's still my favorite hunter build in Destiny. If you're running legendary campaigns or you want to run the master nightfalls, as you can see from some of this gameplay, we ran this a few times and absolutely took it apart. So we'll get into the build now. Also, I just want to say, if my previous build was a bit rushed, I'm sorry. The moment took over me. The true cream slice came out and got over excited. So hopefully this one's a little bit better. Let's go. So the reason we can deal so much damage with our primary has to be the lucky pants. Just like the previous video guys, I will never ever take these off. Illegally modded holster is a perk. So when you have a fully loaded hand cannon that deals kinetic damage or a damage type that matches your equipped super, not subclass, so you can now use it with prismatic as well if you wish. Each hit from the hand cannon increases the damage of the next shot for a short time. So this goes all the way up to a 600% damage increase guys, and the way you're going to benefit from this is you want a fast shooting hand cannon, which we'll go over in a sec. We have 3 kinetic surges for a 25% damage increase also. So here we are at the Revenant subclass screen guys. There has been a few changes since our previous build, since the final shape drop, so we'll quickly run over them. So as we know, the silence and squall super has had a massive 40% damage increase plus the tick damage as well. So now making the overall build even more potent when it comes to boss DPS. We are running the Dustfield Grenade as usual, but now when we take a look at the aspects, Grim Harvest does something a little bit different. With the Revenant subclass, sometimes I find it hard with surviving, but now we have had a massive buff to our survivability. So Grim Harvest, defeating slowed or frozen targets creates stasis shards. You pick these up, as always, they give you melee energy. While Grim Harvest is equipped, picking up stasis shards gives stacks of frost armor. So frost armor is damage resistance. Every time you pick up 1 frost armor, I think it's about 4.5 damage reduction. This I think goes all the way up to 10. So as you can imagine, you're getting a hefty damage reduction there. It's not like Woven Mail, but it's nice to have that healing when it comes to the stasis subclass on hunters. We now have Touch of Winter. This is going to stay the same. We have that Dustfield Grenade. You throw it, it's going to create a stasis crystal on impact, capturing and slowing everything in there. Great for high tier nightfalls. So now with the fragments, they have changed slightly. Whisper of Torment, you gain grenade energy each time you take damage from targets. Having frost armor increases the amount of energy gained. So we can just get frost armor really easy. Even in high end content, it's just easy. You throw down your Dustfield Grenade, you're going to freeze enemies. It's just going to create frost armors for you. You reach 5 stacks no problem while you're taking damage. So as it explains, you're going to get more grenade energy with this build. Now we have Whisper of Rending. This is going to do a 40% damage increase to frozen targets. Plus with the exotic we have, it's a primary weapon, kinetic, so it benefits from the buff. Also, we've got Whisper of Change. Defeating targets when you have frost armor has a chance to create stasis shards. So this build kind of just cycles into itself. It's about creating stasis shards, collecting them, getting your damage reduction, making you more durable. We then have Whisper of Shards. Shattering stasis crystals boosts our grenade rate, and shattering additional crystals increases the duration of this benefit. I think that's added onto it. So this is a 300% recharge rate as well. So you're constantly getting grenade energy to feed into the whole build. And then we have Whisper of Durance, slowing our enemies last longer. As we know, with all three champions, we can stun them with the Dustfield Grenade. We are then going to pair the Lucky Pants with the Old Faithful Malfeasance. This is still absolutely amazing in the final shape. The intrinsic perk is Explosive Shadow. Shoot tainted slugs that burrow into enemies. When you stack enough of these, they explode. It also stuns unstoppable champions as well. And now, as we previously stated, we have Vorpal with this weapon when you get the catalyst as well. So you're doing even more damage to the bosses with this as well. So what I did want to show you guys is on screen what I particularly run when it comes to dungeons, nightfalls, etc. And just the way that when it comes to boss phases, how I do my damage rotation. Allow me, for the previous demonstration, it wasn't the best, but as you can see from the numbers, if you get this build down to a T, you will be doing more than what I achieved in the demonstration. As we know, with prismatic as well, a lot of people was asking me in the comments, can we do a prismatic version? I wanted to leave it open for interpretation for you guys to try it on prismatic. The only difference to the prismatic build will be the aspects from stasis, but you could really have a fun time with it on prismatic. You could get some crazy damage buffs. Plus, even when you're running a fire team as well, there's buffs if they are running a prismatic subclass as well. So let me know in the comments, anybody who is going to try this stasis build on prismatic, and let me know and let other people know in the comments what numbers you're getting and all that stuff. So when it comes to my damage rotation, particularly looks like I'll throw my Silence and Squall, hit them with the Malfeasance at 10 stacks. Then I will do a marksman dodge to reload this. I will then hit them with the Edge Transit bait and switch, unload the rounds there, and then ideally maybe hit them with one shot there, and then carry on with the Malfeasance. But then you have to reload that. There could be another benefit in prismatic which reloads your weapons with your melee. I think there is one actually here. There you go. Whisper of Impetus. If you want to run this with something else, you could do that as well. Probably make it more efficient. That's just me being silly, so I apologize. So yeah, that's what it particularly looks like when it comes to damage rotation. And this is what we're running: 100 resilience and 100 discipline. So on the helmet, we have stasis and kinetic siphon. The stasis one on there was just from a previous build. I had changed that out to whatever secondary you want to run. On the arms, we have focusing strike, kinetic loader, and momentum transfer. On the chest, we've got our damage resist mods. Like I said before, on the Lucky Pants, we have 3 kinetic surge mods. On the cloak, we have double bomber and reaper. So when we're going to do a dodge, we get a kill, it procs bomber for us for some grenade regen. Also creates an overpower for us to pick up. So if you wanted to run this with prismatic, you can do. You can do some crazy things. You could throw one of them grenades in with the super, because this is going to create stasis matter as well. So you can actually go have fun with this build, because Lucky Pants will work with the Silence and Squall on the Prismatic Hunter as well. So yeah, that is really going to be it. In my opinion, Stasis Hunter is still goated when it comes to damage phases and overall endgame content. So I'm creamslice. I appreciate you watching, taking the time out to comment and like. I will see you in the next video.